It's the most entertaining sport in the world. I'm not surprised. Let's get right into it. Demian Maia by submission, second round.
I'm going to also go with Demian Maia.
Because Demian Maia is as classy as they come, reinvented himself at 170 pounds, and it's just a return to traditional jiu-jitsu by storm. And I'm going to go ahead and say that, wow, he beat Carlos Condit, Matt Brown, Gunnar Nelson, who's a grappling motherfucker, Neil Magny, who was on a tear. I think he'd won 7 in a row at that point.
Send me your baddest motherfucker.
Ryan LaFleur, he's another guy out of Serra Jiu-Jitsu. Serra Longo MMA up in the Northeast in Long Island. Ryan LaFleur, easy guy to root for. Shout out to you. Beat John Fitch, Rick Story, Stun Gun, Young Hung Kim. He lost to Chris Weidman. I remember that was Chris Weidman filled in on last minute, had to drop like 30 pounds in 6 days.
That's fucked up.
That's game bred. Jorge Masvidal. He's a guy that eats McDonald's, doesn't train, doesn't take it seriously. Just a guy that loves to fight.
He looks like somebody who gets out of his car at a road rage incident and just starts knocking dudes out.
He's a quiet dude. He's from the streets.
No, yeah, I've heard he's cool.
So we're watching this right now. Can they see this on the screen?
Yes, they can.
All right, cool.
Right now.
You're seeing a guy in jean shorts with a man bun before it was cool. Maybe 165, 175 pounds at that point, fighting a guy that's, what would you say the other guy is? 195, 210 pounds, somewhere in there?
Yeah, got a 200.
Tremendously outside. Jorge Masvidal, traditional Thai boxing stance, effective jab.
And the guy's got some, his opponent's got some kickboxing experience too.
Not much. He cuts off angles when people come straight at him. He's able to expose that. And he stays calm in the pocket. Guys who love to fight don't get nervous. He's a guy that loves what he does. Lets punches go in bunches and has the ability to knock anybody out. And he's added a couple of cool little head kick attacks to his arsenal over the years. And he's got a relatively decent... So let's go back to that main event. We're going to make our predictions. Demian Maia, does he have a ground game?
It's something like that. I hear he does a little open mat every once in a while. I think he wrestled in high school or something.
He wrestled in high school. They don't have that.
Oh, here we go. He's a 4th degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
All right. So with this being said, these are two guys that I would root for against anybody else. So this one I'm going to pick with my brain. I'm going to go ahead and say that, wow, he beat Carlos Condit, Matt Brown, Gunnar Nelson, who's a grappling motherfucker, Neil Magny, who was on a tear. I think he'd won 7 in a row at that point.
Send me your baddest motherfucker.
Ryan LaFleur, he's another guy out of Serra Jiu-Jitsu. Serra Longo MMA up in the Northeast in Long Island. Ryan LaFleur, easy guy to root for. Shout out to you. Beat John Fitch, Rick Story, Stun Gun, Young Hung Kim. He lost to Chris Weidman. I remember that was Chris Weidman filled in on last minute, had to drop like 30 pounds in 6 days.
That's fucked up.
So the last couple of fights, I'm going to go with Demian Maia by submission. I'm going to go out on a limb and say maybe he'll use effective jiu-jitsu.
Man,
it's the fight game, man. Anything can happen. I'm just saying what I think is most likely to happen. I think there's a better chance that Demian Maia utilizes effective jiu-jitsu rather than Jorge Masvidal being able to catch a clean one.
I think the 4th degree black belt and his experience with that, especially is
the belt doesn't matter, man. You look at what he does. I've seen John Jones is a white belt, technically. Conor McGregor's a white belt in a gi.
Demetrius Johnson's a white belt.
That's what I was talking about. Demetrius Johnson's a white belt in a gi. When he was able to do what he did to Wilson Hayes, forget the 4th degree black belt. The proof is in the pudding. When you watch Demian Maia take the fight to the ground and impose his will, he does it with ease. He does it smooth. He does it with minimal effort. Demian Maia, you're a classy guy. You've been in the game forever. Demian Maia by submission, second round.
What's his submission average? How many attempted submissions does he have?
I have no idea.
I didn't know what a submission average was.
That's attempted submissions per fight.
Yeah, I just found that out. And there's some guys that got some really, really high ones, actually. I think...
if you guys want to get some cool stats, if you go to the UFC website for their fighters, they'll have takedowns per round, takedowns defended, effective strikes thrown, effective strikes landed.
What is his submission
He's 32% successful on takedown attempts. That's amazing.
Wow.
66% takedown defense. I'm assuming that he doesn't mind getting taken down. He has a great guard too.